JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, prison or the graveyard? The only wealth of the gang, witness said black man told him. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. The communities of Rivoli and Waterloo Lane in St. Catherine were the seats of the ruthless Klansman gang's Kangaroo Court, at which errant gang members could be beaten within an inch of their lives or even killed at the displeasure of their alleged leader, Andre Blackman Bryan and cronies, a Crown witness testified yesterday. If you do something wrong, that's the court that them try you in. For instance, if you are part of the gang and your name a call up, if you don't go yourself, others will come for you and then beat you. And if everybody votes against you, that means that them are going to kill you. But it's all up to Blackman at the end of the day. Witness number 2, who began his testimony Wednesday from a remote location, told a shock courtroom where 33 alleged members of the gang are on trial. Going further to cement his claim that such a court existed, he said, at one point he had to beg for Stinnett, who is a foot soldier and a shooter. The former gang member, the second of the outfit to turn Crown witness, told the court that the gang had a hierarchy, with Bryan at the helm, followed by him and an individual so far identified only as City Puss. Like the first prosecution witness, he described City Puss as evil and said he had never met him in person but had multiple telephone conversations with him. Those conversations, he said, were laced with brutality. City Puss called me like every night. Sometimes we on the phone for hours, more than one of us speaking, he told the court, noting that those calls usually included Bryan, Stephanie Christie, the only woman among the 33 accused, and several others. Those hours of night calls, he said, were about violence, nothing but violence. City Puss always have somebody who want for dead. According to the witness, he felt second in command in the gang because Bryan gave strict instructions that if I give an order, it should not be questioned. That instruction, he said, was given in late 2017. The witness also claimed that he was anointed the sitting Don for Lauriston in St. Catherine by Bryan in 2018 after the then Don accused Daniel Mackenzie, otherwise called Biggs, was carted off to jail. According to him, he tried to wheedle his way out of the position to no avail. Before him give me the title of Don next to him, me tell him that this life wasn't for me because I am married. Him tell me that the only way out was the prison or the graveyard, the witness claimed. He told the court at the time he was the only married man in the gang. Asked by trial judge Chief Justice Brian Sykes how he came to be trusted enough by Bryan to be given that title, the witness said, he had a high respect for me, and each area that he controls, he gives someone the donmanship for that area, so that person would represent him in that community. Asked by Justice Sykes, so what? He just comes to you and says to you, you are now the Don, and pour oil on your head or something like that. What did your leadership entail? The witness explained, any problem in the community, good or bad, it would be up to me. Continuing, he said, like for example, somebody get robbed in the community or killed. If there was a request for somebody to be killed, that would have to come to me. The witness went further to name the communities of Lauriston, Top Marchman Road, Top Scarlet Road, Africa, Top Banks, Rivoli, Waterloo Lane, Bucktown, Shelter Rock, and the Blackland or Jones Avenue as areas allegedly controlled by Bryan. Each of these areas, he said, was assigned to a Don selected by Bryan. Those Dons, the witness testified, would maintain control of the community and handle any problems that arose in consultation with the reputed leader. While detailing his involvement with the gang, the former gang member told the court that at one point, Blackman raised concerns about a lull in shootings and murders in the St. Catherine area. The witness recalled that this was after Blackman had asked him to pick up 2 members of the gang before a shooting mission that they had allegedly abandoned because a police car had been driving behind them when they reached the target. However, he said that after he had picked up the men and taken them to Blackman, the first thing he said was, nobody now dead, and that the man them are ramp with the badness. Bryan himself, the witness claimed, was a Don for Jones Avenue, which included Backland. Earlier yesterday, the witness said he'd approached the police to give evidence against the gang in 2017 to try and put a stop to the gang, the killing, the extortion. He admitted that his first visit to the Criminal Investigations Branch, CIB, in 2017 had been aborted because he had become fearful. Because I fear for my life. Because I know a black man have top-tier policeman working with him. I don't know their face, I know them personally, he said. Asked by Justice Sykes what he meant by top-tier police, he replied, police that have rank that can give him suitable information. Him say him don't want to fry as police, low rank that can't really give any orders. He said he then decided instead to approach a police officer in Spanish Town whom he had heard the gangsters planning to kill. He said he decided that he could trust that officer since he was in the gang's bad books. He said, however, that the officer, upon being told what he had to say, told him he would need to go to the bigger heads. According to the 33-year-old witness, he had been familiar with the criminal organization from childhood days. The area that I'm from was controlled by Bulby. So from I was small growing up, it was all about clans, he stated. Growing up in the communities, the gangsters were the lawyer, judge, prosecutor, and police. You couldn't take up your phone and call the police. If anything happened, you had to report to the Don first, he told the court. Asked how he knew about the killings, robberies, and extortion, he said, because eventually I was a part of it. He said he gave the police multiple statements. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.